Peace, fam. It's been a little while. I'm back. Happy Monday. Child, I had to think about what day it was. Happy Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. I got to keep it down because I'm at work and somebody shouldn't be here for a while, but you never know. Sometimes people pop in early. Someone trying to keep it together. Shout out to Goddess, okay? The Goddess TV. If you have not checked her out, please check her out. I had popped in earlier, right before when I had a couple minutes listening to her celebrity tea. I hope y'all are doing well. I see Traverse in the chat. My little sister Meeks, Tamika. That is my sister, y'all. That is my sister Tamika. I love her and I miss her so much. Wagwan, my small space. So thank y'all for being here. This is gonna be a real quick live. I'm just gonna get in and talk a little bit of shit and then get off. Because it's been a couple things going on, and I just wanted to share my perspective. No, thank you, goddess. Thank you, sis. So if I sound a little subdued, y'all, it's because I'm trying to keep it together. Okay. Um, but y'all, if we have some time, we'll get into the collective energy as well. But ciao. Have y'all been keeping up with? Let's start with. I'll never forget Chappelle when he called Jussie Smollett Juicy Smoulier. I can't get that out of my head. And baby, I just been. That's all I've been calling him is Juicy Smoulier because he's really out of control. First of all, I really wanted to cover when he got sentenced recently, and I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to give you an update. Some of you guys might know I posted a video on my community tab from Conscious TV, and he covered some of the latest things. So, ciao. We're going to start with Juicy Smoulier. So first things first. As you guys know, Smollett was found guilty of his shenanigans. Okay, he staged a whole hate crime, and he said that the MAGA people were coming to get him, and they tried to put, you know what around his neck and all this other stuff. And a lot of us really had compassion and empathy for him. And a lot was going on at that time. There were actually people who are facing these type of crimes, still are facing these type of crimes. And here come Mr. Privilege, Hollywood star Jussie Smollett, and he had to stage this whole shit. And so when we found out that it was a hoax, some of y'all been knew from the jump. Y'all was like, "Oh no, we're not. We don't believe you." Okay. But I definitely believed him at first, and then when I saw that it was, a whole bunch of mess, I was mad. I was mad because I was like, you did a disservice and to so many groups of people, to black people, to gay people. This is just wrong and messed up. To people who are victims of hate crimes, and I was big mad at Jesse. Child, he stuck with his story all these years. He kept up the effery. Hey, Sister Crystal, big up to Sister Crystal, one of the sous chefs. Okay, child, I had a little bit of time in between. I said, let me go live. Let me get my butt on here because y'all know it's been up and down. And so all of that happened, and now it was time for him to be sentenced, right? So, child, listen, I don't. This really really made me mad. I'm gonna just keep up. I'm gonna keep it like 200% with y'all. I saw the clip of Jesse getting sentenced, y'all. Okay, homie got 150 days. That's 5 months. He got 5 months for wasting resources, making up a false hate crime. Okay, now a lot of people are like, oh, but he didn't kill anybody. He didn't do anything violent. Y'all bugging. Okay, you guys are bugging. Here's the thing. There's a lot of injustice in the legal system, okay, especially as it relates to people of color. But Jesse played himself, and I don't feel bad for him. And I could not believe the antics that him and his family carry on with after he got sentenced. Homie, you got 150 days. You should have. You're lucky. You could have gotten at least a year or more for what you did. I don't even know what he was facing for that type of crime. But guys, let's be honest here, okay? Jesse could have gotten way more time. I think he got off easy by getting 150 days, and who knows if he'll actually be there for the whole 5 months, okay? And he had the nerve to complain. I was watching a video and I said, is this real? Like, I know we all know he's an actor, we all know he's extra, and I still can't figure out what the deal is. If it's just a little sprinkle of narcissism or histrionics, or I don't know what was going on, but he clearly did this for attention and much more. Lovely T has a theory that she thinks some politicians or some bigwigs put him up to it. I don't know, but he's the one who did it, and he's the one who's standing in it, and therefore he's the one who should be punished for it, guys. We have to keep it real. Whether you're black, white, purple, I don't care what it is. Jussie, you played yourself, and be happy that you got 5 months. You have 5 months. Do you know? This is what pisses me off. If this was a regular schmegular person, okay, me and you, we not celebrities. We're just going in, doing our work every day, taking care of our families, whatever. Do you think we would have gotten 5 months for staging something like this and wasting all those resources? Put a one in the chat if you think that we would have gotten 5 months, if you think you would have gotten 5 months. Okay, Jesse already got off. He's already living a privileged celebrity life. Based on the fact that he's a celebrity, he already got less time. I don't care what nobody said. Okay, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. He got 5 months, and he's had the nerve to complain. And then his family, the enablers that they are, they got up there and tried to racialize everything, talking about it's an injustice, and he's innocent, and then guys, when the judge, first of all, that judge was gracious. Not only was the judge gracious in his sentence, he was not talking reckless to Jussie. His tone, it didn't sound hateful. It didn't sound. I just didn't believe the stuff people were saying. I heard the judge. The judge sounded like a reasonable human being. Okay, and then Jussie flipped his lid and then talking about something. I'm not suicidal. I'm not like homie. You're not Sandra Bland. What have you done for the people? He sat up there and tried to act like he was Sandra Bland, honey. I'm like, what? Like, this is so disrespectful to the people that have passed on for reasons like legit reasons, okay, that have been killed by the system. Jussie, nobody's out to get you, homie. If they wanted to, they would have been got you. Hasn't it been 3 years since this story broke? If they listen, if the Illuminati or whoever it is wanted to get him, they would have been got his ass. Okay, they would have been sent the hellhounds for you. So you pulling all of this is just proving your magnificent acting skills. I was so offended. I was like vicariously embarrassed as a person, as a black person, that Jussie Smollett really carried on like that in the courtroom after he got 5 months, knowing his ass could have gotten way more time. His family is ridiculous. Now, here's the thing: we're gonna give him some humanity. Most people's family is ride or die. We're not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take that away from them. Okay, God forbid something happen to one of my family members. Okay, unless they out here raping kids, you know what I'm saying, or killing people. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have your back. Okay, I'm gonna have your back. I'm gonna support you. I'm not gonna tell you was right when you were wrong, but I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna support. But his family is being real extra. They didn't just show up and support him. They showed up and they contributed to his delusions. They contributed to his lies. Okay, it's already been determined that all of this was fabricated. We still might not know what the motive is, but it's been determined that it's fabricated. Okay, and just because it just reeks of privilege to me. I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel like this reeks of privilege. Okay, because if this was regular ass people, like I said, they just wouldn't be able to get away with this. You got 5 months. It's just crazy to me that this man carried on like this. So then when he did his little I thought it was just magnificent acting skills. I was like, he's being very manipulative. He's trying to make it seem like he's still about that cause. Then he tried to say he was the gay Tupac. just just ridiculous stuff. And it's ridiculous for the simple fact that, hey, peace, love. It's ridiculous for the simple fact that you are not struggling, sir. You created a fake hate crime. There are people who have died and continue to be targeted and will die from these things. And here you go, making some shit up with your straight to DVD movie, and now you're mad because you're being held accountable. See, a lot of these celebrities don't want to be held accountable. Don't get caught up co-signing their bullshit. Because I see people making excuses for him. So let me tell you what happened. So apparently, shortly after he was sentenced, okay, and he had to start his jail sentence that day. And after the whole theatrics that he pulled, honey, they sent his ass to the psych ward at Cook County Jail. Now, here's what I've learned from Conscious TV's video. I'm gonna give him the credit. Oh shit, I gotta plug this in, y'all. Apparently, I gotta hurry up because this computer is if it dies, I'll come back. Just let y'all know right now. Let me see if I get it in there in time. So apparently Cook County Jail is one of the most heinous, evil I mean, jail and prison aren't good places, but Conscious was saying it has a long history of just brutal violence, housing some of the worst criminals. So Conscious's theory is that he did this on purpose so that he can get into the psych ward, because that he showed a picture of the jail. There's mad beds in one room. Okay, it's not, if that's accurate, it looked like 20 beds, right? It's just a lot. And so again, here goes this privileged celebrity who's trying to isolate himself from the general population. And so he is trying to get into the psychiatric ward to protect himself. Now, most people would be terrified of going to jail. Okay, so I'm not going to fault him there. However, Conscious's theory is that Jussie Smollett staged all of this so he can basically, this is his way of getting solitary, because there's no solitary in that jail. There's only Gen Pop, and then there's the psych ward, right? So if he did that, hey, that's smart. Okay, hey Lexi, if he did that, then I'm not gonna fault him for that, because he's just it's just self-preservation. However, how many people actually get to do that? How many people actually get to protect themselves in that way? Okay, the other thing theory that people are saying is that um oh, somebody's out to get him, and just foolishness. Listen, I am inclined to believe that Jussie Smollett does have some mental health issues. Okay, it is not unbelievable to me that, number one, he faked it, but it is also not unbelievable to me that he actually is having a mental health crisis. Okay, whether it be some personality disorder or he was falling apart, okay, because he had to go to jail, it is not far fetched, guys, that he could be placed in the psych ward for his own safety. Hey, Miss Tiva, thanks for being here. So I believe it could be either one of those things. Okay, based on the behavior that I saw him acting in the courtroom, which is beyond me. I think it could have been one, he was being manipulative, and he was just like, was his last hurrah. It was the last scene of his show. Or he was having a mental health breakdown where he had strong delusions that he was somebody important, and I'm not saying he's not important, but just somebody bigger than he is, right? That, oh my gosh, they're after me. He's having some strong delusions, and so it could be either one of those things. See, people don't realize. I was reading, somebody was like, "Oh, it's fake. He doesn't have mental health issues because he's up there, and it would be a late onset for him." We don't know what his history is. We don't know it. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would love to hear what y'all think. Do you think this was a mental health crisis that got him placed in the psych ward, or do you think it's strategic so that he can get away from the general population? Okay, because he's worried about how he's going to be treated. And again, one side of me, if it's fake, one side of me is like, I can understand wanting to protect yourself, but the other side of me is like, this doesn't get to happen for regular ass people. You're only getting to do this because you're a celebrity. And you could have easily avoided this by not making up the story in the first place, by not concocting, all these details, and then just like making it seem like you were about something and you were really trying to, be down for the cause. It's just very, very manipulative and messed up. And I'm not going to coddle Jussie. I'm not. I'm tired of seeing people coddle. Listen, I'm all for Black people. I'm all for marginalized, oppressed people. I'm all for that. However, what I'm not going to do, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Okay. If they gave this man 1 year or 2 years, then I'd be like, nah, they did too much. That's excessive. Jussie got 5 months. Would we have the same compassion? Would we be thinking about all of these angles if it was just somebody down the street? I think not. And maybe, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't think so. I think people get starstruck, and I think they make all kind of excuses for people when at the end of the day we're all equal. Okay. And if his ass didn't want to get caught up in somebody's jail, he shouldn't have did the crime. He shouldn't have lied and made up all those stories. So I don't understand. So that's how I feel about it. I don't feel bad for the man. Mm-mm. I don't feel bad for him, because now I don't want any bad things to happen to him in jail. I don't wish any bad on him or trauma. You know what I'm saying? But I hear people saying this wasn't even a violent crime. Why did he have to go to jail? Some of these people don't got the same energy for their family members who in jail for weed. Okay? But here you go, talking about Jussie. who wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Okay, I don't understand. I don't get it at all. And that's what I see, and it's irritating. I was irritated by his antics at the courtroom. I was irritated by his enabling ass family, and I'm irritated by people making excuses for this man because he's light skinned and he's a celebrity. I said it. Anyway, let's read these comments. Okay. Travera said, I was exhausted when he put the fist in the air. Yup, exactly. I want him to sit down and be quiet. He better go sit down somewhere. Okay. And go call the Obio woman that helped him get off the first time. Because we know, didn't they drop the charges? And then all of a sudden they came back with some other charges. Child. Sister Krista said, true pressure cooker. He also got 30 months of probation with the 150-day jail sentence. Yo, he's absolutely ungrateful. Absolutely ungrateful. Okay. And I was so appalled. I'm like, dogs, just take this L. You did this to yourself. There is no way you can spin this to be a victim. You did this to yourself. I cannot stand when people don't take responsibility. And it's like, I don't understand what he has to benefit from maintaining these lies. Like, just shut up. You could have said nothing. You could have said nothing. If y'all look at his face, so he had a mask on during the sentencing. All you can see are his eyes. But if you look at his face when the judge was reading this sentence, it's very telling. Very, very telling. Just look at his eyes, how big they get. I just can't. I really can't. Let me see if I missed any comments. Miss Tiva said, to me, it wasn't enough time. Thank you, Miss Tiva, because you're keeping it real. Okay, we're not starstruck over here. You're keeping it real. Okay, I don't think it was enough time either. And this is what I'm saying. We're so quick to advocate for maybe who we think is our favorite or a celebrity, but we don't have the same compassion for our fellow human being down the street. And that's problematic, guys. I want people to really see that. I want people to see in our commentary, do we give other people that much grace who has done wrong things? Okay. But here come Jussie. Okay. Here come Jussie, people making excuses, talking about some, oh, they didn't even have to sentence him to that. He didn't have to have no jail time. Are you kidding me? Do you, first of all, doesn't Chicago have a high ass like homicide rate? They spent mad hours looking for this man. I mean, looking for these fake ass criminals to this fake ass crime that he reported. Okay. How many people's lives were at risk? How many cases didn't get solved because they were wasting resources on Jussie Smollet? Like, are you serious? I'm just tired. I cannot deal with it when people be starstruck. Okay. And that's why when I talk about celebrities on my channel, I try my best to bring it from a real angle. Hey, lovely one. I try to bring it from a real angle because I don't ever want to forget. Okay, yeah, he did cost them money, Miss Tiva, a significant amount of money. I don't even, was it like 120,000? He was fined something crazy. No, wait, he had to pay two things. He was fined $25,000, and he has to pay restitution. Okay, now somebody help me out because I don't know what the difference is. He was fined and he also had to pay the city restitution, and that restitution bill was crazy. It was like 120,000, which is nothing for somebody who is like him and got money. Okay, here's this man. He was at the height of his career. He was on a top show, and he threw it all away. For what? I still don't know for what, guys. I don't understand. So anyway, I'm with Miss Tiva. He should have gotten more time. Okay. I don't feel bad for him. I don't wish him any bad, but I don't know. I don't know. The reason why I'm not going in on him more is because I don't truly know if it really is mental health stuff or if he's just using this as a ploy to escape general population. Okay. I think it could be either one of those things. I think Conscious TV made a good point, but I also think it very well could be that he was decompensating and that he was having a mental health crisis. Peace Love said, but on the flip side, they invested all of those resources because he was a celebrity. Exactly. She's making an excellent point here. They wouldn't do all of that for an average guy. I'm going to read this again, guys. So all these people who sitting up here bending over backwards, worrying about Jussie or Juicy, okay? But on the flip side, they invested all of those resources because he was a celebrity. They wouldn't do all of that for an average guy. If it was me or you, child, they ain't sending out all these people. They ain't sending out the cavalry. They're not doing it. Okay? They're not. She's absolutely right. Pay attention. Again, while we're engaging in celebrity worship and having more empathy for somebody who we may never meet, somebody who doesn't really give a kick about us, you know what I'm saying? we're engaging in celebrity worship and we're not even thinking about how would this affect a regular schmegular person. Okay, because just like when there's little black girls and little black boys missing, we don't even hear about them on the news. It's the same thing with celebrities. Okay, same thing with celebrities. They get a certain level of resources that we just don't get. We don't. Let's be honest. Okay, he's still acting. I guess Miss Tiva, that's what I said. He was doing some serious acting. It was really hard to tell him, like, is he breaking down or he's just continuing to do what he knows best, what he's trained in. Lovely One said he got a big break. He was really looking at 15 years versus 5. Thank you, Lovely One. I was wondering what he was actually facing. Versus 5. He just needs to take the L and shut up. Thank you. Well said. Summarizes it perfectly. See, y'all remember, maybe some of y'all when y'all were kids, okay, and you got in trouble and you might have got off easy and then you sat up there and tried to act a fool and complain and then you really got one and a half of what you were supposed to get, even though they had showed you grace and mercy. See, that's what Jussie Smollett better be happy. This ain't the type of judge that's like, you know what, I'm sick of your bullshit. I'm gonna give you 5 years. I'm gonna give you 10 years. I just can't believe it. I just can't. Excuse me. They had a backlog of other cases that was to push to the side for this BS. Exactly. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Travera said, it's almost too ridiculous to be anything other than a mental health crisis. I'm with Travera. I could have paid a fine and been through the whole thing 2 years ago. And I don't understand. It's the ego for me. It's the delusions for me. Okay? This man needs a psychiatric evaluation ASAP. And that is not a read. I'm not trying to be shady. It's just not normal. It's not normal to carry on and behave like this. And once again, other people wouldn't have been given this opportunity. Okay? So whether he's in the psych ward because he's having a true mental health crisis or whether he's just a really good actor and he ended up there, whatever the case may be, okay, we know his ass ain't going to serve 5 months anyway. All right? So we don't have a lot of time left. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit. Sorry to change the subject so abruptly, but feel free to write any other comments you have about Mr. Juicy. I want to talk about Kanye because I think this Kanye Kim stuff, and I'm going to read this comment before we go into it, but I think this Kanye Kim stuff has a lot of things that's applicable to everyday life for things that I see in my work with people and just in general. Okay. Lovely One said, and Taraji need to stop comparing Juicy to Emmett Till. I saw your comment. I could not believe that. I was so mad. And because they're not the same. They're not. It's very offensive that she did that. The Emmett Till lynching bill is close to passing. How dare she even mix the two together? And it's just infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating that Taraji will actually sit up there and compare those two events. Emmett Till was killed for allegedly, what is it, whistling at a white woman or something like that. He was brutally murdered. And the woman who it wasn't even true. It came out later when that dirty little woman was up on our deathbed. Talk about said she did lie, so she lied on him. So that poor boy died for nothing. Okay, and even if he did do it, that's not something for somebody to be killed for. Okay, so it's just extra evil situation. Okay, an extra evil situation. And how dare Taraji P. Henson, as a black woman, sit up there and compare that crime to what Juicy is what's happening with Juicy. Like, are you? I can't. These people are so out of touch. They're so out of touch. Just like Kim Kardashian talking about some people need to work. Girl, bye. You was working on Ray J's. You know what? Don't be telling. We don't want to hear from you about work, ma'am. These celebrities, they take me out. He lied when he got his first DWI bill and gave his brother information when being arrested. His family knows he's known for lying. See? So that means he's a damn pathological liar. I'm not sorry for him. Yes, lovely one. Sorry, walked away. I can't. It's just dumb. So we're gonna get into Kanye, okay? And y'all know I can't stand talking about the Kardashians, but we're gonna have to because they part of the story. So as you know, A lot of stuff has ensued since Kanye and Kim has split. Kanye is doing the absolute most on the internet. Okay. And it just feels like we're getting a vlog of his divorce and custody battles. That's what it's giving me. It's giving, like, even if he wasn't a high status celebrity or whatever you want to call it, I would feel uncomfortable as one if one of my friends was vlogging, okay? Because basically that's what it was, giving all these details about their kids online and about their ex. Okay? I think it's just very uncalled for. And I'm going to look at it from different perspectives and angles, okay? Because I don't think it's just one person that's at fault here. However, I talked about in the last video how I felt like Kanye's actions were really, really out of pocket. And, he's making threats to people that Kim is dating or seeing. And again, I think it was DL Hughley who said this. If this was a different situation, if it wasn't Kanye, we would look at this person as a creepy stalker, somebody who possibly needs to get we need to get a restraining order against. Okay. But somehow people are making, not everybody, because there's some people who are calling him out, making excuses for it, for him. Okay. I cannot stand the Kardashians. However, what I'm not going to do is sit here and co-sign Kanye's BS, okay? Just because I can't stand the Kardashians. This behavior is totally out of pocket. There's so many labels that I can give it, but we're going to save him. All right, we're going to save him because he's not my client and he's not on my couch, okay? So let's get into it. So I talked about how one of the fundamental issues that I see is how this is playing out. We talked about how there are people who engage in overexposure as a means of processing, inappropriately processing their trauma. And I think Kanye is one of those people. Okay. He's getting on here, showing us the contents of his daughter's backpack, talking about all this stuff. Some of the things he's bringing up are relevant issues. Him being concerned about his kid being on TikTok, maybe unsupervised. I don't know. I can understand the issues that he's having, but why are they playing out for John Public? Why aren't these being addressed in court proceedings, in mediation? Why do we need to know this? What are we going to do? Are we going to bully Kim into being the parent that you want her to be? Because I think that's what you're doing. You're activating people to go and harass this woman. Okay, you made 3 children with her. Let's not forget. See, don't feel bad for people when they sat up there and they made multiple kids with the same person and then turn around and try to act like they're a demon. Okay? It must be part demon in you too, because you have is it 3 or 4 kids? You got 3 kids at least with this woman. So you must have thought she must have been a half or a quarter or 1/3 of a decent mother if you continue to procreate with her. So I'm just not believing that all of a sudden, now that you're divorced and she's seeing someone else, that she's a horrific mother. I'm just not believing that. It's not really working for me. Okay. So, like, putting all of my thoughts and feelings aside about the Kardashian clan, I believe that Kanye is being very erratic. Okay, Kanye is behaving like he's the only man on earth going through a divorce. People go through this every day. Okay, if Kanye has issues with seeing his kids, I'm sure he has a bomb lawyer who he can communicate these things to and make sure that he's actually getting his kids when it's agreed upon. I don't know what agreement they have, if it's just verbal, if it's written, if there's a court order. But Kanye, okay, little old me, okay, who is not even a dot on the internet compared to you, knows better to know that with your resources you have the ability to work these things out and to address these things in court because you have money. Some people don't even have money to go fight their ex who's keeping kids from them. Okay, and here's what I have to say. I don't know what the heck's going on out there, child. Let me see what's going on. Child, it looks like one of these damn truckers, these convoy people. They need to get up out of here. I'm tired of them. I have never seen them in my town. Lord of mercy. Anyway, so I was just like, why is there always all this beeping? I'm in my office. Child, I'm sorry, y'all. You gonna have to bear with it. I'll be gone soon. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Look, they already dropped the damn vaccine mandates. Okay, in my province, they didn't told them you don't even have to wear a mask starting the 15th, which I think is dumb. Child, I can't. Anyway, we're gonna hurry up and do this because these truckers are getting on my nerves. I've never seen them in my town like this. So what I have to say is, if you have kids and you're separated, you gotta be you got to be careful. Don't use your kids as leverage to hurt your ex. And this is going for anybody. I'm tired of seeing people do this. There are only certain circumstances where I think people should keep their kids from the other parent. If the child is in danger, if the child is being abused in any way, emotionally, verbally, physically, sexually, okay? Other than that, what lot of mercy. I cannot believe this. This is so funny. I don't even live in a city, guys. I live in a small town. This is crazy. All of a sudden, um, you are talking all this stuff about Kim, and like I said, you procreated with her several times and made many children with her, so she can't be that horrible of a parent as you're saying. He's hyping himself up as though he was the only sensible parent in this relationship, sir. You married a porn star. Like, are you serious? Are you like? It's just I don't. Tamika, I don't know what's going on. These listen, we gonna get into these damn people in a minute, but I just don't understand why people use their children as a pawn to hurt their ex. If you and your ex have fallen out and you're no longer together, it sucks and it's painful, and you might have all types of emotions. Do not use your children as pawns because you think you're hurting yourself. I mean, you think you're hurting your ex, you're hurting your children. See, there was a story about uh North having a sleepover and didn't come to Sunday service. She was supposed to come to see him with the other kids. North didn't come. Her mom said she had a sleepover. So Kanye was mad because he's like, well, why didn't she just change the time and all this stuff? Understandable that he's frustrated that he didn't get to see his oldest daughter. Here's what I do know, because I've seen it many times. Even though North is young and technically is supposed to show up to these visits, don't underestimate kids and their ability to read what's going on. They might not know all the ins and outs, but she see her daddy acting a damn fool, talking smack about her mom day in day out on the internet. Okay, don't think that kids aren't paying attention and they're not going to be like, mommy, I don't want to go to daddy's house. He says mean things about you when you're not there. I've heard kids say stuff like this. I've heard kids tell me in my office they're uncomfortable and they love both of their parents. They're uncomfortable to visit with the other parent because the other parent talks so much shit that it makes them feel like they have to choose. They feel uncomfortable. So I wouldn't be surprised if North is like, mommy, I got to sleep over. No, I don't want to come back. I'll see daddy next time. You never know. You never know. So be careful what you say around your kids about their parents. I'm not going to say dad because it can go either way. Okay, be careful. And what Kanye is doing, he's only going to make his kids turn against him because he's the one. Kim, regardless of who Kim is and what she might be doing, I don't know what she's doing behind the scenes, but I didn't see her come out here and trash Kanye. Kanye's doing that. And if he's comfortable publicly bashing the children, the mother of his children, it's not going to be long before, if they don't know already, they're paying attention and he's going to be the bad guy. Kanye, get it together. Okay, you're having a whole tantrum because things aren't going your way. Okay, you decided to be with this person. You decided to have 3, 4 kids with this woman, so she can't be that bad of a person all of a sudden. Okay, I'm just, I don't understand. Lovely one said, "Peace, love, walk away." Thank God these people are gone. I could hardly concentrate. Peace, love, walk away. The same for yeah. Lovely one said, "I love when he came out with Jesus Walks. That song gave me chills and made me cry." Yeah, I want that version of Kanye back too. The college dropout version. Okay, that was his first album. It was so good. Child, we don't know him. We don't know what's going on. Kim is attractive to mentally ill men to control them. Yep, I said it. Listen, that whole clan, okay? that whole clan is attracted to a certain type of man. And I'm not just talking about skin color, okay? I'm not just talking about skin color. This is why I said with Kim, I could do a whole damn video talking about her comments about people just don't want to work these days. They just don't want to suck enough dicks. Anyway, let me stop. So Miss Tiva said, "Hey, peace love, working so in and out. Lovely one. Oh, just saying hi to Miss Tiva. Hey, Clyde. Yes, we are. We are. He's getting bigger every day. They're kicking a lot. It's almost time. Um, Miss Tiva said, I think they're trying to send him over the edge. So, and I think they're probably both doing stuff to each other. I think that here's the thing: when you've been with somebody for long enough, and this is why I don't think Kim is innocent. I do think Kim probably is keeping the kids from him to some degree. Okay, when you've been with somebody long enough, you know what makes them tick, you know what their triggers are, you just know. So I don't believe for a second that Kim is completely innocent in this either. What I'm saying though is Kanye is the one who is showing out and doing the absolute most. Miss Tiva said, you did great in the musical verses. Oh, I missed the verses. Y'all gotta tell me where it was. I feel North is too young for TikTok. Yes, I do agree with him there. I do think she's too young, and I absolutely agree with him. But again, Kanye, why are you playing this out? What are we gonna do to help your child get off of TikTok? We can't do that. Only you can talk to your partner or your ex. You can talk to your lawyer and the judge, or you can go to mediation. Those are your options. It's just I don't see why renting on the internet is gonna do. Um, my small space said he knows what he's doing, using KL community to help after he turned his back on us. Exactly. See, my small space just summarized it perfectly. People need to not pay him any mind. Exactly. People need to not pay him any mind. See, I've noticed, and why was I going to say Little Kim? Lovely T said this in her video. She said that I didn't even catch it. Kanye's kids are biracial, and he keeps referring to them as black. And she was saying before he didn't do that, he was referring to them as biracial. I don't know. I wasn't studying him that hard. However, Lovely T made me realize something. Kanye, he knows he's tapping into the anger of a subset of people who were mad that he was in an interracial relationship. Do y'all know how manipulative that is? That this man, this is who he chose for his partner. Okay, y'all know I don't got no problems with people in interracial relationships. I don't. Okay, and I sprinkle and talk about mine every now and then, just in case if you one of them hating ass bitches, you can keep it moving, okay? Because you're not finna tell me what to do. But Kanye is tapping into the rage. He knows there's a subset of people who doesn't like the Kardashians, not because they're XYZ, there's a lot of adjectives for them, but because for the simple fact that they're not black. And he is manipulating people and their emotions to react on his behalf by referring to his children as black, even though they're biracial. Okay. And it's very interesting. He's trying to activate a subset of people. He even referred to the people taking care of his children as white privileged people. Sweetie, you married into a white privileged family. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what I'm saying. Don't let these celebrities manipulate y'all. Okay. Kanye's not dumb. And my small space is spot on. Okay. Tamika said, Child, what's going on in the background? Oh, I'm sorry, I saw that one. I bet $1 million North was TikTok before they broke up. She probably was. This is all manipulation. Kanye is doing what a lot of these bigger YouTubers do. We have the numbers. We can say anything and people will run with our narrative. That's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. It doesn't have to be true. He just has to have the following to believe it. He's emotionally manipulating people. Lovely one said he hasn't been mentally right since his mom died. No, he hasn't. And I bet you he's probably off his medication because he's been very erratic lately. And people think it's a game and it's a joke. But guess what? Kim Kardashian could get hurt. Okay. Want to hurt. Like, people can actually get hurt around here. Don't just think, don't just think that this is all for a key and a key. Okay. If Kanye is truly mentally unstable, he could be erratic in his actions and you might be shocked. And this isn't about all mentally ill people. I'm talking about the type of mania that I see coming off of Kanye, whatever it is, the dysregulation that's coming off of Kanye. Don't take it for granted. Don't think it's a joke. It's not. People can actually get hurt here. Okay. Let me see. Do you know his mom dead body was found in the back dumpster after what? No, I didn't know that. Is this true, lovely one? I know she died on the I know she died on the I thought she died like in surgery. With all the money Ye makes, why did she go to a back alley doctor to have this done? That's a very good point. But that was in the beginning of his career. So he was making good money, but not money like he is now. Tamika said, I like Homecoming with John Legend. Me too. That's one of my favorite songs. Tamika, you know I stay with that on replay. So good. So good. If y'all don't know, and there's two versions. There's one with Chris Martin. I don't even know the whole thing because I don't like it. But the one with him and John Legend is everything. Oh, I knew exactly what you meant. I can't stand John Legend wife, but that's a whole nother story. Listen, I thought people were hating on Chrissy Teigen, but then I realized I like read back some of her old stuff. She's obnoxious. She's a very obnoxious woman. And she's very attention seeking. I cannot deal with like grown ass people who just do childish antics for attention. It grates on me. It grinds my gears. We all want attention. I'm not trying to be fake and say we don't all like some type of attention, but I can't take when like grown people do childish juvenile things for attention. I'm sick of Kanye. Hey, Gummy Bama. He deserves what he's getting. He exalted that fake body attention hungry weirdo, and now she's playing him for the fool he always was. Facts. Kanye doesn't even like black people himself. He can't manipulate me. And that's the thing. Gummy Bam is spot on here. Okay, once again, it wasn't Tim for me. It's not that Kanye married somebody else that wasn't black. It's the type of woman that Kanye got with. Kim Kardashian and her family are culture vultures. They actually literally steal people's ideas and then they monetize them. Okay, they steal from up and coming black people, okay, and people of color, and then they monetize those ideas. They steal from they appropriate culture, don't give credit, okay, and pretend like they the first that ever did it. These are reasons I don't like this family. Okay. Now let some of these other dusties tell it. Oh, you're jealous. We've already been over this. Okay. These people have to pump their booties and their lips when I have it naturally. Okay. I was born with these things. So why would I be jealous of somebody who has to inject silicone and other things into their body? No, ma'am. Make it make sense. My small space said exactly what he's doing, but he sure does not like women that looks like his mom. Exactly. So he can miss me with the BS. Me too, because we're not interested. That's why I thought it was funny when What's His Face came over here. I don't remember. Remember the last live we had and we had a troll come in here and he was doing the most, guys? He was telling us what we thought and how we felt, even though he didn't know any of us. Very interesting. That's what I'm thinking, but it's for other reasons. Yes, they are. Yeah, so Kanye thinks he's slick. Okay, Kanye thinks he's slick, and now all of a sudden he's trying to tap into his blackness and activate his black fans into doing his bidding, and going and like, guys, pay attention. These people are very manipulative. Okay, very very manipulative. Kanye is nobody special. Okay, he's going through a divorce and it sucks, just like a lot of other people. Okay, he's going through custody battles, just like a lot of other people who don't have 1% of the resources that he has to engage in some type of back and forth so that he can actually see his kids. Hey, Triple L. Okay, Kanye, cut the crap, man. I'm just so sick of it. He's never liked black women. Kanye likes biracial mixed women. He's attracted to their privilege, their beauty privilege, but he always looks for black people to cape for him exactly when they highlight his BS. Don't be a pawn. Don't be activated by these people. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about with Jussie. Different situation, but Jussie's not finna do the black fist of power, and I'm just gonna jump. Yeah, we're not. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay, you exploited, and you took the opportunity to exploit victims of hate crimes for your own personal gain, and you didn't even have the decency to admit it. You're still lying to this day. Okay. Shout out to Triple L. Disclaimer: Pressure Cooker has not treated Kanye. No, I sure haven't. This is her personal, not professional opinions or thoughts. Thank you, Clyde Boo. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta make sure that's in there. Thank you, love. Ciao. I can't. Um, Triple L said, Kim stepped in the comments. Yes, she did. I saw that and said, Kanye, you just came and picked up the kids. But see, Triple L, and I think you had that on your wall. I think you had that tea on your wall. And this is the thing that I cannot stand. with people. They do this all the time. They would like I see this in a lot of my stuff that I see a lot of issues that I see with people that I work with as well. Okay, they got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, and then they just pop up at the house, and then they're not trying to make no solutions. Some people just like to have ongoing shenanigans with people. They just like the back and forth. They just like the drama. I don't even know what was wrong about the things in Northwest's backpack. Does anybody know? I don't understand. And once again, why is this playing out for John Public? My small space said ever since he got with the master master thought gave license to embolden the primitive people to be upfront with their racism. I'm over him. And that's the thing. It's so sad. Like we're never gonna forget Kanye. I miss the Kanye that talked about how George Bush, okay, didn't like black people. I miss the Kanye from Homecoming with John Legend. Okay, I miss the Kanye from the College Dropout album. Okay, because he used to spit some real truth, and he's still talented. But Kanye is just so full of himself, and now he thinks he can emotionally manipulate people to do his bidding. No, we're not doing that. A lot of the people you're complaining to have gone through worse divorces than you, and here you go with your millions. Who like? Why should we feel sorry for you? You decided to marry Thoughtbots. You did that. Anyway, and she's a culturally appropriating one of that. Ridiculous. Clyde said the pressure cooker, please no man. I'm not mad at your disclaimer, love. You're spot on. I don't want mean people trying to do mean things to your channel. No, I am not mad at all. I appreciate it. So don't you worry. I knew exactly where you were going with that. Because there are hating ass people on here just lurking. Lovely one said, I can't wait to see what that family's going to do with Tristan Thompson. Keep in mind, he got Jamaican blood, baby. It's about to get ugly. Listen. Lovely one. I can't wait either. You see Tristan out there doing his business and moving on like it's nothing. Child, they better leave him alone. I somehow I suspect he's not going to end a dried, shrivel up raisin like the other black men that did, because I think they're a whole succubi. I told you already that they're succubi. Okay, they literally drain the life force from the men that they're with. It's crazy. The only difference with Kim and Kanye here is what is it? Is the Incubus the male version? Kanye is sucking the life out of Kim. Okay, she made her match. They're a match made in heaven or hell, whichever one you want to look at it. Fuck Kanye and Jussie. They're not for black people. Period. I endorse that message. Lovely one said, I can't see Tristan marrying Chloe. Her mom must have grabbed him by his nuts and threatened him. Nah, they into some heavy stuff. Lovely one. They round. Let me keep my mouth shut. But they just, I wouldn't be surprised. I hope Kanye make it out of 2022 because he's doing some real dumb shit, and these white people are getting tired of him. Yes, they are, because he's still a ninja, billionaire and all. He's still a ninja, and Kanye's never learned that lesson. See, Kanye. Y'all remember Oprah? She went to where was it? I wasn't in Aspen. She went to some store. This is Oprah. Oprah is, I don't know where she is on the Forbes list now, but she's like, at one point, she was like the richest woman in the world. Okay. Oprah went to some store. I don't know where it was. And she was racially profiled. Okay. And they treated her like she can't pay for the shit. And like, what are you doing here? Just treated her horribly. They didn't know who she was. I don't know how you don't know who Oprah is, but whatever. I digress. And I think Oprah had to learn. See, everybody get their moments where they wake up and realize it doesn't matter how much money you have. Okay. It doesn't matter how much power and influence you think you have. Racist ass people are still racist ass people. Period. Okay. My small space says also all he talked about was money while he was with her. Exactly. If he wants to give some credit, I'd rather give Kim for prison reform. Exactly. He didn't do jack for us. She did that. That is an excellent point. I did notice that. And that is, even my hating ass couldn't hate on Kim then. I was like, wow, she's actually doing the damn thing. He didn't do that. She did. My small space is making an excellent point right there. Lovely one said, bet they won't get past the engagement sitting in my color purple rocking chair. Lovely one. That imagery just gave me life. Oh my gosh. It's just so, they're just, Woo, child. I cannot with these celebrities. Okay. I can't, but, don't be manipulated by them. Don't be their pawn. Just like you see people here on YouTube, And I'm gonna get into it. Like, since it's 52 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go 8 more minutes and just do the hour. Okay. So I still have a little bit of time to get myself together before my next person. But just like we see here on YouTube, okay, how yeah, it's a parallel process. There's people here who use their numbers, they use whatever status they think they have to manipulate people, okay, emotionally, whatever way they want to do their bidding. And a lot of people will follow the Pied Piper based on those things. They don't use critical thinking and stop and think, this ain't making no sense right now. 1 plus 1 equals 5. They're not doing that. They're doing, oh, I see a shiny object and they have X amount of people. Yep. That's what gets people caught up. Think for yourself. Don't be emotionally manipulated to do other people's bidding, to be activated by people, okay, based on their status and stuff, when most of them, they don't care about you to begin with, okay? Think for yourself. And it's just, I can't. I cannot with some of these people. But we're going to get into a little bit of mess since there's a little bit of time left. And most people, unless you're here, they're not going to see it, so they won't know it's in the video. So I had a couple things that I wanted to laugh about. Let me read this and then we'll do it. Yes, thanks, Sister Crystal. Shout out to Clive for that. A lovely one said, "Who owns a whole church then make internet death threats?" Thank you. Oh, you'd be surprised. See, my mom, she was a part of this church back in the day when I was a kid, where the bishop, okay, literally prayed for somebody to die. You'd be surprised, guys. You would be surprised. What Jesus is Ye following, baby? Anyway, so a couple messy, funny things. The first thing I want to say is I did not watch all of it, but I watched I watched Rita's roast of Deirdre. I don't call her Dee Dee Loop Loop because I don't, that's not her name to me. I call her Deirdre, okay? But I know a lot of people call her Dee Dee Loop Loop. And I thought it was funny. I thought Rita's shit was funny because she wasn't, I don't think she was being mean or hateful. I felt like it was just pure comedy. She nailed it. Okay. She nailed the mannerisms. She had the song, just the stuff she was saying. If y'all did not see her, I don't even know her skit, just go watch it. Okay. Just go watch it because you will laugh your arse off. If you've ever watched a Deidre video, I've watched several of them and she nailed it. Okay. She nailed it. So go ahead and check that out. The other thing is, messy point number 2. I haven't really been watching a lot of things, but I caught up on a few things in between. So Kwani, I never watch Kwani. I told you Kwani is too dark. I don't watch Kwani. Okay, I'm not gonna burn out my Sage bundle messing with Kwani. Okay, but I did watch a video of hers recently, and she made a lot of good points. She talked about a couple different people, but she talked about, Brova and some other people, and I thought it was hilarious because she was like, "They're both liars," and I was like, "Wow, she nailed it. They are both liars. They were both best friends," and it was so funny how they both like accuse each other of lying. But she was able to, like, she broke it down really well, and I thought it was funny. Like he was in her chat. The only reason why I knew he was in her chat is because she kept addressing him, and I'm like, who is she? Like, is she talking to him like he's here? And I can't see him because he's blocked. So I guess he was in Kwani's chat, like, talking to her and talking smack, and Kwani kept inviting him up, and he never hit the link, guys. He never hit the link. So I don't know what he said. I didn't watch his video, but Kwani roasted and toasted him, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny. Okay. Usually I can't stomach Kwani because she just does the most, but it was funny. And I'm trying to think if there's something else that happened recently. It was hilarious though. Like Kwani's video was hilarious. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I saw because I really haven't been watching much mess that's happening. That's probably it that I've seen. But check out Rita's skit on Deirdre. The shit was funny. And honestly, I don't know what Deirdre's reaction was. If I was Deirdre, I would have to sit back and be like, this shit was funny. Right? Because it was just done so well. And Rita has a lot of unique sayings and vocalizations. And I'm always amazed at how when she does her skits, she's able to turn that off to kind of channel whoever she's making fun of. So even just the cadence in her voice and the tone of her voice and how she was talking, the way Deidre talks and stuff, it was hilarious. It was so funny and I laughed so hard. I know I'm bad, Sister Crystal, but oh, I remember. So the last messy thing I didn't watch all of it, but I watched part of Brian's recent video, and I thought, damn, him and Brova still going at it. I was like, damn, like I was just listening and I was like, what are the new things that's happening here? So then it hit me, and again, I'm probably gonna come off as biased here, but it hit me that that person, not Brian, the other person, does not like when anybody opposes him. And anybody who has a different opinion than him, he can't live it down. So he's never going to stop beefing with Brian. Unless Brian turns around and literally kisses his butt, he's going to constantly, it's going to be forever. It's going to be to the death. And because I'm like, why is he still targeting Brian? I don't understand. Why are him and Brian still going at it? Like, what could they possibly be arguing about at this point? And so to me, I feel like that is one of the main issues. Like he can't deal with opposition. He can't deal with like people who checked him. Okay, that's the reason why things went down the way they did with me. And it's just so interesting to really sit back and be like, I told y'all. I fucking told y'all. Okay. This man is so fragile. He's so fragile. He cannot tolerate. He literally does 1 hour, 2 hour videos talking shit about people, but he cannot tolerate opposing viewpoints at all. He and then even the lying. That's why I thought Kwani's video was funny. Like he will literally lie when he starts to lose. He will make things up that never happened. Again, I don't know if it's early onset dementia or if it's just pathological lying. I'm still not sure because he seems to believe his own lie, but he's concocted shit out of the ether. And I'm like, this never happened. So I don't know, but I'm just going to sit back and laugh because I'm like, I told y'all, if you aren't kissing that man's butt, okay, worshiping him, he doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And he's bothered. He can't even move on. He can't even move on, and it's sad. So, anyway, Lovely One said, my heart breaks for the homeless in ATL. It's one of the richest states. This shouldn't be happening. What's happening in ATL? What's going on, guys? You got to fill me in. But that was my messy update. Okay, it is now exactly an hour, so I got to get my butt off of here and get to the rest of my day. But I just want to give y'all that messy, the couple things that I did watch. I was like, wait, what? They still beefing? What they beefing about? Some things is just like, yo, don't y'all run out of stuff to talk about as it relates to each other? Just anyway. So yeah, it makes no sense, Triple L. I don't understand. I don't understand. But thank y'all for joining me for this very quick live and for your input. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all know I'm sending you good vibes. Okay. Um, I know that I haven't been on here much, but I'm really trying. I'm trying to keep my energy levels together, and it's a lot. But I'll be back on here soon. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.